This is One Sentence News, a daily podcast featuring 3 news stories with a sentence-long summary and 1 sentence of context apiece. I'm Colin Wright. It's Friday, February 4th, 2022. Let's talk about the news. From Axios, 109 million under winter weather alerts as U.S. faces massive storm. More than 109 million people living in central and northeastern portions of the United States are under winter precipitation and/or cold temperature alerts through today, following several days of the same. This wave of winter storms and unusually cold conditions follows a more compact but still substantial winter storm system that plagued the northeastern portion of the country last week and has already led to the cancellation of about 4,000 flights, inches to feet of snow in some locations, and temperatures plunging to 20 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, lower than usual for this time of year. From the Associated Press, Islamic State leader blows up self and family as U.S. attacks Syria hideout. U.S. officials have announced that the leader of the Islamic State blew up himself and his family in Syria on Thursday as American military forces raided his hideout. This IS leader, Abu Ibrahim al-Hashimi al-Qurashi, took up the mantle as head of the group in late 2019. A few days after the previous leader was killed in a U.S. raid. This is likely to be viewed by some as a significant military victory for the U.S. and the Biden administration, at a moment in which such victories are somewhat scarce. But there's also a good chance it will be analyzed for errors and misinformation, as several recent seeming victories have turned out to be less than they seemed, or were later found to involve civilian casualties. In this case, first responders have already reported that of the 13 people killed when al-Qurashi's bomb went off, 6 were children, despite the military's evacuation of 2 adults and 8 children before the bomb went off. IS hasn't been super influential of late, but they have been fairly active in Syria over the past few months. And from the Wall Street Journal, Facebook's stock plunges after profit declines. Facebook parent company Meta lost about 26% of its total market value yesterday, following a recent announcement that its profits had declined and its social networking-heavy products had lost about 1 million daily users globally, the first time these numbers have decreased. Meta wasn't the only company to suffer substantial losses over the past few days. PayPal and Spotify also tumbled, the former losing a quarter of its total value, the latter losing about 17% of its market cap. And there are a variety of reasons for these value collapses, including what seems to be a larger sell-off of tech-related stocks. But Meta is facing a significant number of regulatory challenges globally and a tarnished brand. PayPal reduced their profit outlook and scrapped expansionary plans, and Spotify has been stumbling through a Joe Rogan and COVID misinformation-related scandal that's led to popular and potentially widespread pushback, though we don't have good numbers on just how widespread yet, against their services by an array of music and podcast world celebrities. If you're finding some value in One Sentence News, consider leaving a quick review wherever you get your podcasts and/or sharing the show with a friend. You can find out more about this show or subscribe to the email version at onesentencenews.com. And you can support this and other related projects, like the Let's Know Things and Brain Lenses podcasts, at understandery.com.